What does enlightenment feel like? Well, that question has a pretty loaded answer. In truth, you cannot convey what it actually feels like through words. Nevertheless, I'm going to do my best for you guys. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is David. I help people heal and awaken. And I do want to make a disclaimer. I'm not fully enlightened. I'm no spiritual master. I know nothing. I'm just a student of this path. And I have had some really profound, transformative enlightenment experiences that were just utterly shocking, so incredibly beautiful that I just need to share them with you guys. These have honestly completely changed my life, changed my idea of what's possible in terms of happiness and joy, and in terms of what I can actually achieve in the world. So I took some notes while I was having these experiences on like a voice recording app. So I'm going to be reading you some of these notes that I took, some of the most profound things that I recorded. And a lot of these things will sort of speak for themselves. But without further ado, I want to start with what is enlightenment. It's pretty, again, this is really difficult to explain with words, but the best way that I can describe it is that enlightenment is a radical shift in consciousness from identifying with your mind to identifying with the larger self or the entire universe or God. So you go from, believing you are the thoughts in your mind or believing you're this human being or this body or whatever to realizing that you are the underlying presence that encapsulates all of reality, aka consciousness, or infinity. And I do want to make another disclaimer that some of these enlightenment experiences have happened with assistance from psychedelics. The other enlightenment experiences have happened sober. So you've got a mix of both here. Truthfully, there's no real fundamental difference between an enlightenment experience while you're sober and one while you're on psychedelics. It's fundamentally the same thing. So I'll start with these quotes. So this is, I would say I was not having the full-on enlightenment experience when I said this, but I was sort of on the come up. I said, my entire lifetime itself is a piece of art in all of its depth. The entire experience is a masterpiece created by an artist so intelligent that there are no words to describe it. So that's just a little precursor. So then when I was kind of full-blown in the enlightenment experience, I said, there's nothing to cling to. There's nothing to try to do. Oh my God, it's all just infinite perfection. That's all it is. That's what's happening. It's an infinite gift to myself. Oh my God, it's all perfect. It's all love. It's all healing. This whole game of awakening is just so fucking perfect. It's all a perfect game that I just made up for myself because it's so fucking beautiful just because I can. I am God. I am love. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is just what I am. So there's a lot there. I want to start with there's nothing to cling to, because immediately I recognize that this is so true, because the thing that's bringing me all of this love and joy is just the universe. It's just this present moment, and you can never ever escape the present moment. I mean, you can identify with your mind, and you can suffer in that way, but there's no way to escape reality. No matter how far you run, you're still God. Because immediately, when I was coming down from this experience, I just kept finding myself trying to cling to it, trying to bring this into my everyday life. And I just kept realizing, no, that's ridiculous. I've always had this. It's just the present moment. That's what's so amazing and perfect and beautiful. Okay, the next thing, this is going to stir up some controversy. There is no difference between suffering and love. It's all just one thing. So this might completely blow your mind or bring up some big objections. There is no difference between suffering and love? What? Yeah. And this is, again, really difficult to explain. But essentially, it's beyond logic. But the best way that I can describe it with logic is that all of the suffering sort of assists the love in a way. It helps you appreciate the love. I plan on talking about the duality of love versus fear soon. And we can think of fear as in like the cause of suffering. So what fear does is it slows down the expansion of love. It creates these imaginary barriers. And instead of love just exploding infinitely into your entire consciousness, it unfolds slowly like molasses, and it makes this love irresistible and more beautiful. Ultimately, the suffering or the fear is making love more loving. So in that way, the suffering is actually love in disguise. The next quote: just do whatever you want. Whatever you want goes. That's what reality is. Anything you want. Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Anything I fucking want. It doesn't matter. Nothing fucking matters. Oh my God, this is fucking amazing. This is perfect. Infinite perfection, infinite bliss. It knows no end. It knows no bounds. All of the barriers of bliss are just fucking bliss in disguise. Oh my God, oh my God. I'll let that one kind of speak for itself. It's all a giant gift to myself. I want to share this so bad. I can't even fucking believe this. I can't take this on. Like, this is all for me. And then I started literally coughing up. I felt like sick to my stomach, and I was just like coughing up and like spitting up. And it was like I was spitting up all of this shame, all of this unworthiness in my body. And I'm like, holy shit, I can't even, like, this is all for me? It's all for me? Are you fucking kidding me? This is so fucking amazing. All of the delusion, all of the pain, all of the perfection, it's all for me. And this is the realization that life is perfect. Everything that exists is one absolutely perfect gift. This is what spiritual teachers talk about when they talk about absolute good, or that God is good with a capital G. It means all of it is all one infinitely perfect gift to yourself. And ultimately, that's what love is. Love is life itself. Infinite consciousness, which is what God is, with infinite intelligence and infinite power, created the most perfect gift that it possibly could have and gave it to you. And that's what your life is. And that's what enlightenment taught me. Next quote: I'm grounded in nothing. Nothing makes this possible. There's nothing that could make this possible. There's nothing that can make this possible. Oh my God. And that's precisely why it's happening. And by this, as in nothing makes this possible, I'm talking about the universe. I'm talking about physical reality. Like, could you imagine anything that could make this possible? No, there's nothing. There's nothing that could make this possible. And that's why it's happening. Because there are no limits in creation. Because there is nothing, there are no limits in nothing. Therefore, infinity exists simultaneously. And with infinity comes infinite intelligence, infinite love, infinite good. And with all of that infinite love, it created an infinitely perfect experience, which is what you're experiencing right now. Next quote: I am creating everything. I don't mean that I'm this human being that can create anything from human imagination. No, I have absolutely fucking unlimited ability to do anything, and I imagined that I was a human being with infinite imagination. I'm a human being because this is exactly what I want to experience, and this is fucking awesome. This was a complete mindfuck for me. But previously I had an awakening to infinite potential as myself as a human. Like, oh, I can manifest anything. Like, I can do anything I want in this human body. But this realization went much deeper than that. It was again the realization that I am God, that I am creating everything. And I don't mean this in an egocentric, narcissistic way that like, haha, I am God, bow down before me. Like, no, God is everything. Everyone is God. There is no escaping God. It is synonymous with reality or existence. Anything that you could imagine that is outside of existence would also be existence. Next quote. And this is, so at this point I had started to come down. The whole experience, the one that I'm bringing most of these quotes from, lasted about an hour to an hour and a half. And then it slowly sort of fizzled out over the next couple days. So I just keep being reminded that surrender is not what I think it is. It's not getting rid of all the opposing forces in your mind. It's being at peace with the opposing forces in your mind. Being at peace that I'm not at peace. And then I laughed like a maniac for like 5 minutes. That's what peace is. It sounds kind of sad, like you're giving up. But giving up, well, you are giving up, but there's multiple levels to giving up. Ultimately, giving up can be one of the most beautiful things you can experience. Because once you give everything up, you're left with what is. Reality. And that will always be here. And then I ask myself, is enlightenment just constantly being like this? Or, oh wait, enlightenment doesn't exist. Enlightenment is just being. It just is. So fucking cool. I love this. I love everything. I love myself, every part, every single part, with all the little things I don't like. Experiencing them is part of the perfection. The give and take of life is part of the beautiful experience. That's what love is. The entire experience of life. That's what love is. All of it. Every single part of it. It's all one gift. It is love. It is God. And then I said, there's no wisdom in what I'm saying. The wisdom is in the present moment. It's not what I'm saying that's wise. The wisdom is what actually is. There's not a wise way to be. The wisdom is being itself. What I mean by this is, nothing I'm saying here is going to help you at all. No spiritual book, no spiritual teacher is going to help you at all unless you actually apply it. And the way you apply that, it's so simple. Become present. That's it. It's so fucking simple. Just become present. That's what enlightenment is. That's what being is. That's what perfection is. It's all in this present moment. And it's really easy to get all convoluted with all of these complex ideas and theories. And those can be helpful, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's like basically what I do with this channel. But enlightenment cuts through all of that. It's just the present moment. It's just what is. Next quote. The biggest difficulty I'm facing right now is the unworthiness. But it's not like an unworthiness that has like a rational explanation. It's more like, I didn't know something so good could be possible. I didn't know it could be this good. And again, the thing that I'm referring to that's so good is this present moment. It's just reality. Just reality, right? That's what's so good. And that's what enlightenment is. It's realizing that this present moment, this reality that you find yourself in, not some imaginary reality that you can imagine in your mind and like, oh yeah, that would be so good if I could, experience this, or if I wasn't experiencing these negative thoughts in my head, or if I didn't have this trauma, yeah, then it would be so good. No! The experience of the trauma, the experience of the negative thoughts, that is the gift. You guys ever see that that old school Fairly Odd Parents episode? Where they go to, I forget what it's called, like Escalator Land or something, and Timmy looks up to, and they're on the escalator, and Timmy looks up to his parents and is like, so when do we get to the ride? And his dad's like, this is the ride. That's the best metaphor, because like we have this like illusion of like we're going to experience like salvation or experience like the goodness of life in some later date when we achieve something or we heal something. Like, no, that's the biggest fucking trap. The biggest trap. It's right here. This is the ride. This is the gift. So that's one of the most profound things that you can experience on this journey, or at least one of the most profound things I've experienced. Next quote. There's a deep craving to be totally consumed by love. It's like this deep longing. But at the same time, as God, how the fuck else could I express this? Like, here you go, here's reality, here's your life. Like, what could be more fucking perfect? This is infinite love. Oh. This is one of my favorite quotes. Enlightenment is nothing to be believed. It's just what can't be believed. It's just this present moment. That's it. Nothing more. The present moment is the gift. That's why it's called the present. The present, the gift, it's the same thing. There's nothing outside of the present moment. Right here, right now. That's where all the magic is. That's where all the love is. Enlightenment is like realizing you've always been enlightened. This gift has never left you. It's never going to leave you. It's here right now. That's all you need to realize. It's here right now. Whew. It's too good to be true, right? But it is. Okay. My ideas about myself as an infinite creator and about this infinite and magical experience of perfection are all delusional, of course. But also, the idea that we are not infinite creators of this reality and that it's not perfect are also delusional ideas. Choose your delusions wisely. Last quote. It's all too good to be true. I want to share this so bad. Even the process of wanting to share it and sharing it is part of the perfection, part of this gift. And if you're trying to catch this elusive gift, you've already caught it. You caught it. There's nothing to catch. This whole thing is the gift. It's right now. It doesn't get any deeper than that. Right now is the gift. That's it. That's like, in my experience, the rock bottom of enlightenment. And another important realization that came with this whole experience is that this is just the beginning. This is nowhere near full awakening or full enlightenment, whatever. I don't even know what that means, really. But like, it's already, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking, like, too good to be true. And it goes infinitely deeper. It gets infinitely more complex, infinitely more beautiful, infinitely more perfect. Yeah, this this journey is pretty amazing. I understand that to a lot of you, this just sounds like complete insanity. And yeah, to me, like a couple of years ago, this would have sounded like insanity as well. But awakening is something that's this whole path of awakening and spirituality is something that's rare. Even today, when spirituality is more common than ever, we're in the age of the Great Awakening, right? But even now, it's only like 1 or 2% of people are actually pursuing this path seriously. So to 98% of people, yeah, this sounds like complete horse shit. And that's fine. I guess I don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to convince anyone. But if you can, what I'm claiming, and don't even believe me. Believing me is not going to help at all. Believing me is just, I mean, I guess it can like help you like get through some tough times or something. But ultimately, the only thing that's going to help you, listen closely, the only thing that's going to help you is becoming present. That's what all this boils down to. Becoming present and increasing your capacity to love. And notice, these are two sides of the same coin. Consciousness and love are interwoven. You cannot have one without the other. Nobody becomes more conscious. Nobody expands their consciousness, by meditating and stuff like that, or whatever you're doing to expand your consciousness, shadow work, and becomes more hateful and less loving. Like, no, it doesn't happen. Like when you become more conscious, you become more loving, and becoming more loving is one of like the most important things you could ever undertake for living a happy life. So choose to become more conscious, choose to become more loving. That's like the core of my message. That's what I'm here to help you with. I'm here to help you heal. I'm here to help you awaken. Not as some enlightened master, because I'm not at all. I know from like all the crazy all of my crazy ideas and laughter, it might seem like, maybe it doesn't, but maybe some people think like, oh, this guy's enlightened. I'm definitely not. Like, I am just like at the beginning of this path. Like, I'm not even close, and I'm not even anywhere close to where I need to be in order to actually like give the gifts to you that I want to give to you. Not even close. I've got a lot of growing to do. I've got a lot of healing to do, a lot of awakening to do. And yet, there's nothing to do. I've already made it. I'm already here. Already living the dream. Already living this gift. Oh, man. So, I invite you, become present right now. Become aware of the feelings in your body. One of the big traps I fell into for a long time, and I still do, is that when I think, okay, like being present is the ultimate solution. So it's like, oh, I'll make a plan for the future to become present in the future. Like, no, that's just your mind playing a trick. The only time you can become present is right now. So yeah, that's it. I love you so much, infinitely. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. That's it. If you made it this far, you can give this video a like, and I'd appreciate that. It helps more people find the video. Other than that, I would love to connect with you guys. I love connecting with all of you guys who have reached out to me so far on Instagram. I'll leave a link for that down below. And so grateful for all of the support that you guys constantly give me on this channel. I love you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. And realize you are powerful. You are love.